What you doing? What you doing? What's this about? Huh? No, what's this dog buzz? Oh, I love you too. I love you too. Hi. Whoop. Yes, who's that dog? Yes, you are. You're so cute. Yes, you're a cutie pie. Yes, you're a cutie pie. Yeah. Yeah, you love all this attention, don't you? Oh, hang on a minute. My U-boat's in the water. There we go. Who's being cute? Who's being cute? Who's being cute? Arr, 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 arr. Good girl. Right, hang on a minute. Hang on. Just reaching for my slippers. Because I'm old. I'm proper old. What the fuck? What's happened? I used to be young. Okay. Right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning and welcome indeed. Did I change the title? Yes, I did. I got the date wrong. Cool. I fixed it. So welcome indeed to your Thursday. I hope you're having a nice day wherever you are currently, whatever it is you find yourself doing. I hope your week is going very smoothly. So over here... I'm just going to do a quick, an on-time stream. I've got lots to do today. I'm trying to finish Divinity Bullshittery Part 2, and it's nearly done, ? I'm doing the polish, so I'm really in the second half of the video, just getting it polished and putting in replacement scenes. That sort of thing. But nevertheless, there's still quite a lot to do within the next 2 days, so today and Friday. And I would really like to get it done, just for the sake of, meeting the weekend, and it would be nice to finish on a Friday evening. So we'll see, but nevertheless, I can't really go on for too long. Also, I apologize in advance that I might skip a couple of streams, maybe, between now and the weekend, just to try and, I'd rather get it over the finish line than work on Saturday and Sunday. But yes, so Too Long Didn't Read is Divinity Bullshittery is underway, and it's going fine. I hope the video's good when it's done, but I can't be the judge of that. You guys will be. And yes, again, just to remind people, as I keep doing, if you're a Twitch subscriber, I can't send the emails anymore. Twitch has taken away that feature. There's a Discord group below instead. Feel free to join it if you feel so inclined, and I will send you updates on the videos, the video early, along with the patrons, so a few days early, and also I'll send you polls and get your opinions on what I should do next, although I think this next one's going to be my choice, isn't it? So Divinity was on a poll, so this next bullshittery is going to be, I'm going to pick something. Oh, thank you, Kate. Thank you for your sub-bomb, Kate. And Squeaky Clay and Amistad. Thank you, all of you, but thank you, Kate. And thank you, Kevlar Hamster. Thank you. Right. The dog has bogged... Are you right, honey? Yeah, she's got a cuddly toy. I'll just let her rest now. Right, so welcome to January 1942. Welcome to the Second World War. It's been an extremely eventful last 5 or 6 weeks here in the Atlantic and in the Pacific, especially. Thank you, Tybavar. So, welcome to... Is it U-108? Is that our designation? Yes, welcome to U-108. This is a new U-boat that we've transferred to. At the end of the last patrol yesterday, which occurred in, when was it? It was November 1941, we managed to go all the way to St. George's Canal over here, where we engaged a British convoy on its way out of Cardiff. That did not go well. We had a spat with the destroyer, and it depth charged us, and we suffered critical damage. Thankfully, no one was wounded, no one was killed. We did manage to limp awkwardly back to Brest as best we could, with battery power only and no fuel. But yes, what we did afterwards is transferred over to this U-boat. So let's say, for the sake of gameplay, we can probably assume that U-48, my previous U-boat, was rendered unusable or perhaps sunk. Unclear. Regardless, we transferred to this one. So rest in peace, U-48. It served us very well, but that was a very critical depth charge hit. Holy crap. We took a depth charge here, so straight in the command center. We got fucked really big time. So fucked that we sunk. We actually sunk to the bottom of the St. George's Canal, and we stayed there on the seabed, trying to repair the flooding and get us at least underway at a couple of knots. Thank you, the Big Schnoz and Y Sub. Thank you. And Bobo Fool and Tybervar. Thank you, all of you. Right. So, we have a much larger U-boat. So this is a Type 9 class. Admittedly, I don't know a huge deal about the Type 9, so I'm sure we'll learn as we go. But we're off doing what the Type 9 is built to do. It's a long-range U-boat. We are going to America. For America has joined the war. Okay, let's set a course. We're going straight off to New York. New York, New York. And in fact, let's take a just avoid what will potentially be convoy routes going that way. Let's go. Ahead standard. So, we'll check we'll ask the navigations officer soon exactly what sort of range this U-boat will have. The new U-boat even. With its full fuel tank. I'm curious to see. Right. So yeah, anyway, how's everyone doing? How's everyone this morning? This is a much bigger U-boat. Expansive even. Okay. Pretty okay, says Lawful Eagle. Preparing for a job interview. Good luck. Good luck indeed. I could do with some coffee as well, Hectonian. I've already had one, but I could do with another one. Yes, Djibouti, this is a new U-boat. Okay. Lord of Rawn is fine. Sorry, I just need to clear my throat 1 second. Oh, I can't mute. Damn, hang on. Good luck with your assignment, Dangerous Dave. Good luck indeed. Oh, really? Your coffee machine broke, Martin? That sucks. Okay. Is it a clear and sunny day in my place, or is it raining? It was raining very heavily last night, but it's cleared up now. It's quite bright outside here in Brighton on the south coast of the United Kingdom. So I would be right here. Here's Brighton and Hove. It's a city. Technically, that shouldn't be marked. Well, actually, sorry, no, wait. Not just cities have been marked. Okay, so it should be fine. So technically, Brighton is not a city yet. It's Hove and Brighton, here and here. So yes, at this point in the war, Brighton is... Well, it's just one of the spotting locations, isn't it? So it doesn't really have a major... It's just a seaside town. It doesn't really have a major military presence beyond just generalized spotting for the English Channel. We've got ourselves... what is it? What's back here again? We've got ourselves a large hill system called the South Downs, all the way down here. We don't know this, but we actually learnt after the war that this was going to be the location of the German paratrooper drops. So their version of Normandy, this was going to be it. So they were going to do their landings here, and basically secure these hills in preparation for a potential counterattack from London, basically. But it was also over here as well, so it was a mass attack on the entire south coast. Thankfully, that is completely out of the window, especially by 1942. Anyway, so an update on what's going on then. So for those not familiar with the Second World War, what's happening? Germany, in the Battle of the Atlantic, its objective was to try and starve Great Britain into submission with a U-boat campaign targeting the vital artery that would keep Britain in the fight, the supplies coming in from the Empire and especially from the ostensibly neutral country of America. That was going quite well, and gradually it started getting worse as anti-submarine technology started to get better and better. 1 minute. Navigator. At our current speed of 14 knots, we can travel at almost 14,000 kilometers. How far to America? 8,000. My range is not as great as I expected. Do we go down a third? Okay, so we've got 8,000 to make. Drop down by a third.
Yes, sir. Ahead 1/3.
Right. So yes, so the U-boat campaign has not gone super well, owing to the fact that anti-submarine technology, notably ASDIC, a basic form of sonar, was basically rolled out, but also improvements in experience and just general tactics. So, strategy in the form of the convoys. So, incoming merchant convoys in big groups with destroyer escorts, destroyers and corvettes, but it's gradually getting worse for us, especially as dedicated anti-submarine ships are being commissioned and will come into service this year. The Hunter frigate, dedicated, specifically built ships designed to hunt down submarines. So in addition, we're going to see the introduction, if not already introduced, of the centimetric radar, a far more accurate radar which allows them to spot conning towers on the surface of the ocean even at night, which is going to be a major problem. So those Hunter frigates will be able to tell roughly where we are, close in, and then use their sonar to pick up something metal underwater and hound us, even at times where we would otherwise be safe. So the U-boat campaign is getting steadily worse. However, sorry, pardon me. Sorry, my throat is quite bunged up. Ugh. Also, so we need to get 8,000 kilometers there. Navigator,
Yes,
at current fuel consumption.
Returning to course, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, 25, almost 26,000. This is much better. So keep traveling at 10 knots instead of ahead at full. So we'll cruise steadily across the Atlantic. All right. So here we go, speeding up the time. So it's currently what? U-boat destroyed by collision? What? I ran into something? What just happened? I ran into something? Did I get hit by a mine? I've never seen that before. Okay. What happened there? What just happened there? Back out. Wait a second. What just happened? Dead. Mission start. Okay, hold up. Load save. That was kind of weird. I must have hit something. Was there an island in front of me? Did I plot poorly? But even if it was an island, it'd be like you ran aground. It wouldn't be like insta-dead. I think I hit like a mine or something. Okay. Anyway, so what was I saying? So yes, we're on our way over to America to continue the attacks on Atlantic shipping. Now, okay, so the big news insofar as the Second World War, what's happened over the last 6 weeks? Japan has attacked the United States of America at their naval base at Pearl Harbor, which occurred on December the 7th, 1941. They used modified torpedoes with wooden fins to deliberately strike the Americans in a very shallow anchorage when their ships were all together. They were very much hoping to hit the carriers. That was their primary target. They failed. In fact, they failed quite spectacularly in their strategic objective to knock, or at least behead, the Pacific Fleet, because the carriers were not there. Additionally, oh yeah, hang on, yeah, I hit this island. Whoops. Let's go around the island. Oopsie doopsie. So additionally, so by failing to strike the carriers, there we go, ahead 1/3,
Yes, sir.
and just make sure that my crews are mostly resting.
Ahead 1/3.
Stern quarters are quite expansive there. Get the men inside. So additionally, by failing to strike the by striking them in shallow water, they had a bit of an unintentional failure, in the sense that many of the ships that they actually hit could be resurfaced again. So even though they sunk in very shallow water to the point that they could be refloated by the is it the Seabees? Is that the name of it? So the engineer corps of America. They did a bang up job. Frankly, they were able to bring back many ships that would otherwise be destroyed and press them straight back into service, which was very impressive of the American Navy there. Is it Seabees? What's the name for it? You've got like an engineering corps, or did I misspeak? Anyway, so that's happened over there. Now, America has finally entered the war proper, and Pearl Harbor was a bit of a disaster. Unfortunately, the bad luck continues. Not really bad luck, I'm afraid, because they're currently experiencing, or about to experience, what becomes known as the Second Happy Time to the Germans. One historian has called it the Second Pearl Harbor, which I've referenced in the title of the stream there. And it refers to the Battle of the Atlantic for the Americans. So America enters the war, and it goes very badly for them initially. So they enter the Atlantic campaign, and they start suffering severe casualties for a few different reasons. The principal one... Hello, what's that? Unknown. Did I strike whatever this ship is? Okay. No, we're fine. So yes, anyway, so the principal reason is that the American Navy at this point in the war is surprisingly reactive. So what's been going on over here? So as I explained last night, the fighting analogy. So it has very much been a boxing match between Britain and Germany, solo pretty much, for the last 2 years or so. These two sides have been fighting a heavyweight boxing match between two first world countries. Ooh. Could that be what I hit? Oh, did I strike another U-boat? Oh my god, it's another U-boat. How close to be? Maybe. Maybe it was the island. Happy hunting, U-boat. What flavour U-boat? Let's have a look. Where'd it go? That would be a Type 7C. I want to say C. I think it's a Type 7C. Cool. Yeah, honk at them. Thank you, Kiro Tone. Thank you very much, Kiro Tone. Okay, so the American Navy, sorry, as I was saying, so Britain and Germany have been fighting each other for a couple of years. Now, as I explained, so, yeah, the gloves came off, as the analogy that I made before. The gloves came off in the Second World War pretty early, and these two nations stopped playing nice. I mean, you know, it's war, you can't really play nice, but I really mean it. This war became a very bitter, very hateful affair. So it became total war. These two nations do want to kill each other, no doubt about it. Galvanized by the deaths of so many loved ones on both sides. So it was a brutalization process, as it's been described. So it made brutal. It wasn't just the fighting was brutal. It brutalized both sides. It pushed all of the voices of peace and all of the people who were relatively predisposed to fighting. It pushed them out or killed them. What I'm saying is, around about this time in the war, 1942, there are no incompetent RAF pilots or U-boat commanders. It's lots of hyper-competent, sort of steely-hearted, iron-nerved people who have been fighting for quite some time, and neither side wants to back down. So it's in this heavyweight fight that America has stepped, and she is not ready. She is absolutely not ready. She's fighting at a level of war a few tiers down where it is. The level of war mobilization, the level of sacrifice the population is willing to put forward. Yes, they've been attacked and they're angry. Pearl Harbor has made the population very angry, but they haven't really been blooded yet. That arguably comes now. So they step into this heavyweight arena, and Germany punches them straight in the teeth in what becomes known as the Second Happy Time. So more specific, the specifics of what I'm saying are, the Navy is not using convoys. They refuse to use convoys, which means all of the ships have no defenses. The coastal cities refuse to black out their lights because they worry it will damage tourism. The destroyers are not on dedicated anti-submarine patrols, and when they are, they always use the same times. So the U-boat captains they figure out the times of the patrols and just avoid them. Also, America has two different air force forces. There's one that's attached to the army, and there's one that's attached to the navy, and both sides do not talk to each other. They don't like each other, they don't talk to each other, they're really antagonistic between the two at a time where aircraft and navies really fucking have to work together. So all of the stuff that the Royal Navy has gone through and has had it sort of burnt out of them in the crucible of war, America hasn't had that. So as a result, it's a slaughter. Again, juxtaposed against the other side, Germany has all of the experienced U-boat captains versus, newbies. So that's between 1942, so January 1942, and around about August. So America gets its shit together, but in that process they lose something like 600 vessels versus only 22 U-boats. That's astonishing. That is a fucking slaughter. Why not go faster? I'm trying to save on fuel. Why did America's navies and air forces hate each other? Not entirely sure. I couldn't give you the answer to that. All I know is that the two sides would not work together very well at all. I think so. As I read last night, so America doesn't actually have an air force, so they don't have an RAF. They've got like it's attached to the army, isn't it? For some reason, you don't have a dedicated air force with its own independent command. So yeah, they're not working together very well, is my point. And as I said last night, a lot of this has to do with, or at least historians have put most of this on the head of Admiral King. So there's a particularly strange gentleman who's, I think he's like the chief of the Navy or something in America. And he is odd. He is very, very odd. He's a man of contradictions because he is a very aggressive commander. I was reading this morning on my phone as I walked around the park that his daughter had a quip about him, about Admiral King, is that he was the most even-tempered man in the US Navy. He was always angry. And apparently President Roosevelt described him as a man who wakes up each morning and shaves himself with a blowtorch. He is just an incredibly angry man. And he's also super aggressive, both with his staff, to the point that no one likes him as a result. He's a bit of a bully. But also with his tactics. He really likes to go on in. He's a very hot-headed commander. So you'd think this guy would be perfect, right? You think he'd be perfect for, this brutal style of warfare. But weirdly, and this is something that historians are still sort of debating about, he had some strange beef with the Royal Navy. No one's sure why. No one has any idea what that was about. But he had some chip on his shoulder about the Royal Navy, and he would just ignore their advice. Again, what I said a minute ago. So brutalization. So both sides are now hyper-competent, hyper-focused on killing the other. So now is not the time to be ignoring the tactics of the Royal Navy. And yet he was. I read one thing that said he was quite literally ignoring the attachés, like the Royal Navy advisors that were. He was quite literally ignoring them, pretending they weren't there. One source that I read this morning on my phone said that his stubbornness, his weird arrogance, actually came close to costing America the Second World War, at least initially. It wasn't going to do anything to stop the Eastern Front, but this is how much damage this one man's Anglophobia and refusal to work with others did to the American Navy. So, because of him, they weren't using convoys. In his mind, that a convoy with bad protection was, worse than no protection, which is crazy. So it meant that the U-boats just had free rein to sink anything. He wasn't coordinating his planes. He wasn't working with the army planes at all. And they had 2 years of warning. They had 2 years... the other thing I read was that... so remember, over here, Britain... Holy shit, what do we do? The U-boat. Oh, fuck. Quick. Corvettes. What's a corvette? Oh, it's a modified whaling ship. A what? Just get it in battle. Destroyers. Quick. Give these destroyers depth charges. Do they work? That was what we were doing. America had none of this sort of logistical crisis going on. So they had plenty of time to say, okay, U-boat warfare is bad, and we're certainly going to face it in the future. Let's build a dedicated anti-U-boat ship. And they didn't. So they had 2 years of... So what I'm saying is that the Admiralty, the US Admiralty, was very reactive at a time where they really shouldn't have been. They, compare and contrast against America's behavior later, many decades later, in the Falklands conflict, a conflict that they didn't even take part in. The American Navy was extremely hungry for any and all intelligence on the Falklands conflict. They wanted to know force disposition. They wanted interviews with both sides, from British and Argentine forces. They wanted to know everything about every single aspect of the battle so they could modify their own navy to be more effective. Because the Falklands conflict was the most modern navy conflict. So a lot of the theories about what works. Do helicopters work? Do nuclear submarines work in battle? So yeah, the Navy was asleep at the wheel. And it cost them a lot. So between now and it's start of February now. So between now and August, the Germans are going to punish the American Navy for it. Well, unfortunately, the merchants. It's not really the Navy that suffered. It was the merchants, the men and women who were going back and forth with the supplies up and down the American coast. Oh dear. Anyway, sorry, welcome everyone. I'm rambling again. Apologies. So that's us. That's what's going on with us. We're here in the Atlantic. Now, over here, on the Eastern Front, Germany has pushed in, so starting last year... Oh, hello. The submarine base at Pola is now available for operations. Ooh, interesting. Not sure where that is. Where is that? That's a lot of blue. Where is that? Did it say... Sorry, Polar? PDA? What's that font there? Anyone know where that is? Not sure where that is, sorry. Croatia. I can't see it. East of Venice. Ah, Pula. There it is. That's a U? Bloody hell. Okay. Ah, cool. Okay then. So Mediterranean base, should we choose to use it. Right. Okay. 1 second. Give it a save before it crashes on me. So what's going on the Eastern Front then? So... Right, so as mentioned, Germany launched Operation Barbarossa, which was in, I think, June of 1941, and progress was amazing. So we've pushed all the way in. Holy shit, this won't go wrong for Germany at all. It has gone wrong for Germany. It's gone very wrong for Germany. The Soviet Union should have capitulated a long time ago, but they have not. Instead, what's happened is our supply lines are now stretched to breaking point across hostile territory. More importantly, hostile territory that's not only about 2,000 kilometers. Fucking hell. So that's 2,000 kilometers of hostile territory that we've now got to supply our army groups across. But it's also a rugged terrain with very little infrastructure. It's very, very poor. So no decent roads. It's all just mud, which is going to quickly just churn into a mass, a swamp of just liquid fucking mud. When we try to move logistics back and forth, and it has. It's getting colder, much colder. Well, we're now full in the winter now. Moscow has had time to reinforce and dig in under the command of Zhukov, who has a superpower as a general in the Soviet Union. Stalin listens to him, and he can talk to Stalin. Now, you need to understand that Stalin's not very intelligent. He's really not. His idea of defense is just attack, attack, attack. And he just throws men into the fight. Zhukov is the only man who can actually speak to him and speak sense to him. So as a result, he's been able to organize defense around Moscow. There was a short counter-offensive in December, but it was a very short counter-offensive. It's now defense. The German planners are hoping to reinitialize... Oh, no, don't... Oh, it's crashed. Bugger. Restarting it. At least I saved it recently, eh? So the German planners are hoping for a spring offensive in 1942. They're hoping that they can pick up the slack and really push in. But again, Zhukov is defending the fuck out of Moscow. and he's also bringing in Siberian, so everything. They're bringing in everything from the Soviet Union, all over. So they've got, they're basically playing for time. Right. So that's what's going on the Eastern Front. A huge bogged down affair where the logistics are being strained to absolute breaking point. The temperatures are dropping. The Germans are not ready for winter in the Soviet Union. Most of them don't even have cold weather clothing. So frostbite is now affecting the men far more than enemy shot and shell. It's turning into a battle of attrition, which is absolutely not something that Germany can fight and never could. Germany is not built for battles of attrition. The Soviet Union is. So that's what's going on the Eastern Front. Now, we're hoping in the Battle of the Atlantic that the Eastern Front will be wrapped up soon and we'll be able to bring all of the might of Nazi Germany against Great Britain finally. But we know that never happens. We know that a death struggle against the Soviet Union will be ongoing until the very end of the Second World War. And now that America is in the fight, that supply chain from Britain starts turning into a bit of an artery, a bit of resources that are going to flood into Britain, specifically about 18 months from June 1944, for a very specific reason. Thank you, Nusram. Thank you very much, Nusram. Okay. Many historians say that World War II was unwinnable for Germany from the beginning. What's my take on that statement? After 1941, I'd say yes. So it was unwinnable after 1941 for them. The only way they could have won is if Britain went to the negotiating table, which they didn't. And they didn't because they had America supplying them. So if Britain was alone, if America stayed in their isolationism and did not break it and did not resupply Britain, then yeah, the Nazis probably would have won. Or rather, come to a settlement with Britain, then peace would have been declared, and then it would have been a huge fascist orbit Europe. So the only thing that stopped Britain from capitulating was America, frankly. Without those supplies coming in, we could not have held. So thank you, America. Right.
New message received.
The submarine base at Polar is now available for operation. Right. There's lots of what-ifs as well. Bear in mind that the Soviet Union, when war was declared... So, yeah, the Soviet Union was incredibly weak. But imagine a situation where Britain was now neutral, or, at least peace and non-committal agreements. Remember that supplies were coming into the Soviet Union from Britain, massive amounts of supplies. I think, in fact, all armor. I think we started sending all armored units over to the Soviet Union. One could debate how effective that is, considering, I think Soviet pilots in particular did not like any of the planes that came from Britain. But my point is, I imagine that the Soviet Union would be in a worse position if suddenly they were alone, and all of these resources that were focusing on the Atlantic could now be swung entirely over to the Soviet Union, the Eastern Front. Thank you, Mediocre. Thank you very much, Mediocre. Speed up the time. Yeah. Digby has debated this extensively. Historians have debated this extensively. No one knows. But yes, Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union were almost certainly going to go to blows at some point. They're just too ideologically different. Attacked by escorts, U-581. Heavily flooding. That's true as well, Domovic. Yeah, we kept sending them obsolete planes. So yes, anyway. So the situation is that Germany has started a war on... Well, it's got a war on two fronts. And the Eastern Front is now about to suck in all of their resources forever. To the point that it becomes a war of attrition. Britain still exists and is causing problems. And, the Battle of the Atlantic still rages. Now with America in it. But it's going to be good times for us for the minute, though. It takes ages to get over the Atlantic at this speed. Bloody hell. Good times for the minute because we're going to go off the coast of America and start sinking their shipping. How's the weather? Not great. Okay. Just keep moving. It's going to take us a couple of weeks to get over there, to be honest. Normandy soon. Normandy in 1944. The planning for Normandy will start. Yeah, it will start. Happening in 1943. Technically, by the end of 1942. Okay. Right. Do I have enough fuel to get back from the States? Should do. So navigator at current burning, so 18,800. So it's 6,000. Yeah, plenty. So long as we don't go too fast. So if we move at a steady pace, we'll make it fine. Yeah, we're moving. We're moving. Just it's a big ass ocean. The Dieppe raid in 1942 in August. When's Saint Nazaire as well? That'd be interesting to see. So 2 major raids launched from Britain. Do I think the Brits sinking the Bismarck had any effect on the war at all? Oh God, yes. Yeah, huge. Yeah, the sinking of the Bismarck had an enormous effect on the Second World War, and it was mainly strategic. It was mainly the fact that it was a symbol. The sinking of the Bismarck was symbolic of the fact that Great Britain is not on the ropes. Because again, I must stress, everyone thought at the time that Britain was doomed. From 1940, when it was surrounded and the flame of democracy had all but gutted out and the only place it was burning was Britain, everyone thought that Britain would fall. It was a matter of time. And yet, it did not capitulate after the Blitz. It was in there. And then Germany sent its most advanced battleship. That battleship destroyed the Hood, the flagship of the Royal Navy. It was the darkest time, and yet the Royal Navy destroyed the Bismarck. That was a symbol. A symbol that, yeah, Britain is not on the ropes at all. It's still fighting in this heavyweight boxing fight. And afterwards, of course, it meant that the Germans were ever more reluctant to send the Tirpitz out there, the sister ship to the Bismarck, which indeed would have caused another headache for Atlantic shipping. A U-boat sinking convoys is bad, but imagine a battleship, Jesus. You could probably have a battleship would probably just wipe out an entire convoy. How did they sink it? The Bismarck? I was going to... So the answer is they sank it with intelligence. They sank it with the use of solid intelligence to figure out exactly where... So the Bismarck was sunk not here, but here. Bletchley Park. Code breaking. We did to the Bismarck what America later did at Midway. The battle wasn't won by the fighters of it. It was won by the intelligent code breakers who figured out what the fuck was going on. So we were able to determine what Bismarck was doing, when she was leaving. We had help with a spy. Sorry, was it Denmark? I think it might be... Which one was it? Sorry. There was a neutral country at the time who was intentionally leaking information on Bismarck's position. So that was very, very helpful. So they told us when Bismarck was leaving, and from there on we tried to narrow down exactly where she was, and it was only through the work of code breaking and message interception and intelligent, so the reasoning, basically triangulation of where the signal was being sent from to the Bismarck, that we figured out roughly where she was. Was it Sweden? Sorry, my mistake. Sweden was very gracious enough to leak information to us. So yes, the battle was won by intelligence. Again, just like Midway. The Midway fight against the Japanese was won because the Japanese wanted to turn the Midway Island into an ambush. They wanted to bring the American Navy out into the Pacific and destroy it. And to do that, they would attack Midway Island, an objective that the Americans would not leave undefended. And then when they turned up, the elite forces of the Japanese Navy would pounce. But what they didn't know is that America had partially broken their codes. So America was reading their radio transmissions, determining exactly what they were doing. And so when knowledge of a major operation around the island of Midway was going to be initiated, the Americans turned the tables by turning it into their own trap. America out-ninjaed the Japanese. That's pretty impressive. That's damn impressive. Thank you, Kayazowski and Soler. Thank you very much. Indeed, a lot of luck in Midway, Lord Arawn. It was a near-run thing, as I'm sure many battles are. But yeah, it would be clear to say that America, won the Pacific War. Some would argue their industrial base, but honestly, I would personally argue that the industrial base came late. The ramping up of the industry of America is a later consideration. The real thing that won was intelligence. You had outstanding intelligence. Okay, sorry, I'm getting radio messages. A message received incomplete. Resend on Alpha Channel. So that's from Submarine Command to U-82. U-82 attacked by convoy defense. Flooding attempt. Broken off. What happened to U-82? Let's have a look. U-82. U-boat. German submarine U-82. So German submarine U-82 was a Type 7C U-boat. So just like the one that I bypassed at the when I left my port. She was launched on the 15th of March 1941 and commissioned on the 14th of May, with Oberleutnant Siegfried Rollmann in command. She conducted 3 patrols, sunk 8 merchant ships for a total of 51,000 gross tonnage, 1 warship, and damaged another merchantman. On her 3rd patrol, U-82 was sunk by the Athol Crown and the Leiston in the mid-Atlantic at the end of January, when she attacked the HMS Belmont. Oh, sorry. My mistake. I'm mixed up. Sorry. The U-82 attacked and sunk the Athol Crown and the Leiston. So 2 merchant vessels. Then what? On her way back, she encountered the convoy OS-18. And while attempting to attack, she was sunk by depth charges from the British sloop, the Rochester, supported by the corvette Tamarisk. Loss of all hands. She's gone. Okay.
New message received.
Stand by. I think Submarine Command is trying to send position and status reports to U-82. Yeah, she's gone. They're trying to get back in touch with her. Lovely weather. Okay. Anyway, sorry for the people joining the stream. We're just on a new U-boat, U-108, on our way to New York for the first time. America has entered the war. Her ships are viable targets. Given what I'm seeing for the Type 9B, what do I think about the Type 7s operating off the coast during the war? Yeah, surprising. Although remember, they did have supply ships up here, didn't they? So I do know that so in January 1942, there were 5 Type 9s, the exact same type that I am, operating off the coast of America. I don't know if that means that there were Type 7s as well, but I do know that there were 5 Type 9s. As part of Operation Drumbeat. So, yeah. An attempt to bloody the nose of the United States. Right, so we're cruising along. It's been about, when did we leave? It's been about 4 days out at sea. Yeah, I think it would be stretching it, Grimmy. I presume that in order to make it, they would meet with Milk Cow, resupply U-boats, or, you know, the tankers that were up here. Okay. I would go straight to the west, but I'm just a little worried that I'm going to bounce into the airspace of Halifax, which is... 1941, 1943. Okay, we'll be okay for the minute. Yeah, Halifax will have air cover, and of course lots of convoys coming from Halifax, Canada. So that's dangerous. Probably that. New message received, stand by. All U-boats. U-82 has failed to respond to repeated radio transmissions, presumed sunk. They're correct. Right. Me too, Zenthi. Fuck advertising. Alright. Can you change history in the game? I'm afraid not. There's really not much a single U-boat is going to do. One U-boat among 800. Well, across the course of the entire war. Kissamanga says, go north and sink the port of Turku. Mate's been owing me money for 5 years now and he has to pay back in blood. Your mate just sitting there. This is from Kissamanga, is written on the side of the torpedo. Right. Let's crack on. So yeah, also for the people just passing through the stream, please know that I'm working on Divinity Bullshittery Part 2. So far so good. I'm hoping to have it ready by the weekend, but honestly that's 2 days left. There's quite a lot to edit in 2 days. I'm trying to polish it. So the video is done, I'm just trying to polish it. There's lots of things I want to polish. I'll do my best. I must watch the time on the stream. I just got to stay laser focused. Right. Sunk any larger warships this playthrough? The largest thing that I have sunk would be 2 heavy cruisers that supported the hood. I can't remember their names. Dorsetshire or something? Sheffield? I can't remember. 2 heavy cruisers that were part of the anti-Bismarck action and following the hood. They're gone. I sunk them. Thank you, TDD, Fitix, and Up the Punks. Thank you. Okay. Can you be in a wolf pack in this? I'm afraid not, Brett. We're operating solo. Cruising along in the Atlantic. Whee! Yes, Quadrift. There's a personal website below for hosting of the streams, because it's about 15 terabytes of data. It's a vast amount. No battleship? No, I've not been able to sink a battleship. Yes, Hugrob. A wolf pack is basically just a group of submarines that are operating in roughly the same grid, patrolling. When one submarine detects a convoy, it will signal to the others who will close in. And you could effectively have a situation by, say, 1943, where 15 U-boats potentially could be in the same area as a convoy. Meaning that when night fell at a predetermined, twilight, for example, when it was very difficult to spot a tiny little periscope, you would have a mass attack with so many submarines that there's no way that the defenders could effectively counter. Now, the Allies are doing their best to try and navigate the convoys around the wolf packs by reading code breaking and then determining exactly what their orders are. But it is a nasty affair. As the war continues, air coverage will get better and better. And eventually, so patrols and air coverage gets better. It's roughly here. So around about here, approximately, I'm probably not accurate. So this area became known as Torpedo Alley. So this is the dead zone. This is the area where air cover could not patrol for submarines. And it's in this area that the wolf packs would cluster. They would massively cluster and strike. No, don't crash, don't. No, we're fine. They would cluster there and attack, basically free from return attacks, from reprisals from aircraft. Yeah. So all the way up into 1943, yeah, that area was a nightmare. So it was only with the introduction of the employment of the Liberator, the attack aircraft of the Americas, who had an, I think it was it here? Was it here? They built an airfield. I'm not sure exactly where. Sorry, they built another airfield which had sufficient coverage to close the gap. It was only then, by say like late 1943, that the air gap was finally closed. Okay, let me just give it another save. Right. So yes, the weakness of the submarine, it's aircraft. Aircraft are their Achilles heel. No, I just really enjoy history, Santa Dog. Okay. Although I did do Russian history in college. That was fun. Alright. Are we there yet? Soon? Thank you, Crolden. Thank you very much, Crolden. So what's happening now? So February the 11th, 1942. So yes, it's a bit of a shit show on the east coast of America. Admiral King is refusing to accept suggestions for, convoy defenses. So the ships all around... sorry, where is it? So ships keep moving... Yeah, there it is. So Boston. So apparently between Boston, New York, and... What was the other place? I'm not sure. There was another location. Basically, yes. So the local coastal shipping is moving to and forth, back and forth, with no protection whatsoever. And they often go up to Halifax, and then they meet up with the convoy, then they go. But this initial section, where they're all getting sorted, they're travelling alone, with no air protection either, despite the fact that they're right on the coast, the east coast. Regular air patrols are not being performed. Destroyer patrols are being put on regular schedules that the U-boats can just avoid. It's a total shit show. Yes, it does, Runkle. No, I'm not sure I have, Eagles. And hi there, Birdie. Good morning indeed. So yes, eventually, the Americans adopt the convoy system,
New message received.
and they start to move even local coastal shipping into groups, escorted by destroyers. Operation Cerberus begins. What's this, sorry? Battle cruisers Scharnhorst and Gneisenau and heavy cruiser Prince Eugen with escorts are leaving the French harbour Brest, returning to German seas. All U-boats in the English Channel area must be in readiness to help the operation. Ooh, I don't know what this is. What is this? What's Operation Cerberus? Let's have a look. The Channel Dash. Ooh. Okay, what's this? I've not read about this. So date, the 11th and the 13th, 1942. 2 battleships, 1 heavy cruiser, 6 destroyers. Are you mental? They're trying to run the English Channel. Oh, you stupid motherfuckers. Oh, you dumbasses. in 1942. You're going to die. Hold on. So they're attempting to force their way through the English Channel from southwest to northeast. The Channel Dash, Operation Cerberus, was a German naval operation during the Second World War. A Kriegsmarine squadron, comprising of 2 Scharnhorst-class battleships, a heavy cruiser and their escorts, were evacuated from Brest in Brittany to German ports. So, Wilhelmshaven. Okay. The short route up the English Channel was preferred to a detour around the British Isles for surprise and air cover by the Luftwaffe. Hitler gave the orders for the operation. The British exploited decrypts of the radio messages with their Enigma machines. Okay. What happened? So on the 11th of February 1942, what's the date right now? Oh, so today. Okay. The ships left Brest at 9:14 in the morning. Okay, so we've missed it. So it's already gone. Right. And escaped detection for more than 12 hours, approaching the Strait of Dover without discovery. Really? The Luftwaffe provided air cover. As the ships neared Dover, the British belatedly responded. Attacks by the RAF and bombardments by coastal artillery were costly failures. Really? But 2 of the battleships were damaged by mines in the North Sea. Okay. Winston Churchill ordered an inquiry into the failures. The Kriegsmarine judged the operation a tactical success and a strategic failure because the threat to Atlantic convoys had been sacrificed for a hypothetical threat to Norway. Oh. The Prince Eugen on the 23rd of February was torpedoed off Norway and after being repaired spent the rest of the war in the Baltic. Yeah, alongside the Tirpitz. Oh, okay. I'm surprised. Germany made it through. I thought they'd get fucked. My god, Winston Churchill must have been annoyed as well. A battle fleet made its way through the English Channel. Like, here. My god. It's supposed to be incredibly heavily fortified. Mines akimbo. Surprising. Yeah. I can see why Winston Churchill is frustrated. Okay. Well done. I didn't know about that one. I never heard about that. Operation Cerberus. It's quite embarrassing. Britain, what the fuck were you doing? They brought 2 battleships within destruction range and you let them go. How many planes were you dealing with? Hang on. Oh, okay. They had at least 252 fighters in the air. What? Britain? You had 450 aircraft. I'm low-key annoyed for my own country's fucking inadequacy in that. They dangled battleships in front of you and you couldn't destroy them? Damn. It's quite embarrassing. Okay. Right. Yeah, maybe they deck them up as, like, you know, trawlers, or they're just on holiday or something. Oh, really? At first they thought it was false intelligence? Jesus. Oh, really? There's a YouTube video on it? Drakenifel's video on it if you want to have a laugh. Yeah, sorry, no, that is weird. That last line on the Wikipedia entry. So wait, what? They had battleships that could already go out and strike in the Atlantic, but they went past Fortress Britain again? So they'd have to run the gauntlet another time? It's a bit silly, surely. A threat to Norway. Okay. Well, Hitler ordered it, so it must have been sensible. Right. Okay. I must admit, I'm really enjoying. Yeah, just not necessarily just the submarine gameplay, but I'm rather enjoying the blow-by-blow account of the Second World War. I'm learning things about the Second World War that I never knew. Like I'm going away and I'm reading about the Type 9 U-boat. I'm like, oh wow, fancy that. Because I just thought, you know, U-boat, it's just a U-boat. But then you learn, for example, that they try to outfit... So in response to the RAF, they tried to outfit a few of their U-boats as dedicated anti-air U-boats, which is mad. Didn't work. Or the fact that U-boats, some of them were just dedicated supply U-boats. Their only purpose was to provide torpedoes and fuel and food to other U-boats. Milk cows, they were called. Stuff like that. Thank you, Drake Raspberries. Thank you very much. Thank you, Drake. Indeed, at this speed, we're going to have something to talk about. All right. So, we're about 2,000 kilometers from New York. I've never been here. Never. So let's see how we do. So let's see if the game properly demonstrates the second happy time. So the defences around Great Britain's ports are a nightmare. Air patrols, destroyers, mines, torpedo nets. Let's see if it's like... I'm rather hoping we can just drop... Really? Ship spotted? For real? Unknown ship. Out in the Atlantic. Where? Oh yeah, what's that? Oh look, it's a merchant. Really? Just driving alone? Does he have guns on him? Holy shit, okay. This could be a free kill.
Yes, sir.
Rudder, port, hard.
5 degrees to port.
I see no front gun on him. Is the sea too rough for our deck gun? Is that an American flag? That's an American flag, everybody. Their merchants are moving not in convoys, solo. Happy times. He's... Oh no, who's that behind him? You're joking. They've got no protection at all. Okay. Hydrophone, report, contacts. Hang on, no, that's not it. Radio. Send contact report. Is that... No, hang on. That is a deck gun. It's just mounted on the rear. Question is the sea too rough for the deck gun? Because if it is, they might get away. Okay. Keep going. Yeah, let's get the deck gun mounted then. So, 1 second. Where's my officer? You're not him. Where is he? Rudder amidship. Down speed a bit. I'll just manually move him. Where is he? Here he is. It's Jurgen. Can you get on the gun, Jurgen? Ah, seas are too rough. Are they? But we've got a huge U-boat. Bugger. We could just get, yeah, really close and just fire a torpedo at a range that they could not possibly dodge.
Yes, sir.
Why not?
1/3.
Alright. Yeah, they're trying to do evasive right now. But if we get super close... Where's my weapons officer?
Ship spotted.
A third one? No, just the same two. Okay.
Sweeping ahead, sweeping astern.
Oh, we're taking fire? Maybe they do have guns? Oh no, look, the gun can pan. Is it panning around to engage us right now? Alright. Periscope depth, quick.
Periscope depth.
Up periscope.
Auf Tauchstationen.
And stop the boat.
Full stop.
0 degrees. This might be quite tricky actually. 0 degrees, about less than a kilometre. 90-degree angle on the bow. Fast moving impact torpedo, around 3 meters deep. Lock on. What sort of ship we talking about here? Scrolling through, trying to find something that's relatively small. Not a coastal freighter. Granville type, maybe? No, too few cranes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great Lakes freighter. No, no central stack. Oh, no, yeah, we're taking fire. Large merchant? No, I think it might be a small merchant. Small freighter. Small, there we go, small merchant. Nah. Medium merchant? Is that a thing? Tramp steamer, there we go. Central stack tall. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, tramp steamer. So draft of about 7 meters. Fast moving magnetic torpedo at 7 meters. 6, 7, 8 meter draft. There we go. And then set its range so it's only a 30-second shot. Okay. Gonna save it before I cock it up horrendously. Okay. What's the range on that? Stand by. 800 meters. Get closer, even closer.
Rudder 2, 1 degrees to port.
Make it so
Rudder
that it's really
3
hard to
degrees
miss.
port. Rudder 7 degrees to port.
So that's
Ahead
700
standard.
meters. 300
Ahead
meters
one
is the minimum arming range.
Ahead standard.
Okay. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there we go. 8 meters. Should be good, I think. And then turn the sub just a little bit.
Rudder 1 degrees to port. Rudder
Yep,
1
he's turning towards
degrees
me.
to port.
Okay, rudder amidship now.
Rudder 0 degrees to starboard.
What about his speed? He's probably moving quite low, isn't he? Okay, kill the engine.
All stop.
Shit, that's the minimum firing thing. Best be careful. Okay, he's gonna turn. Get ready. It's ramming, is he? Nah, he's not. So that's my minimum. Need to be careful. That's my minimum. At which point it will not arm. Here we go. He's turning into it. So get ready to fire. Open torpedo tube 1. Get ready. Okay. Wait until he's on the... Oh, yep. Best fire soon. Now. Torpedo in the water. There we go. Fast mover. Come on, baby. Give me a kill. Shame we can't use the deck gun. There we go. Arm in time. Direct hit. Torpedo impact. Right. That should be good. Give me the next one. Is he the same flavor? Look at this one. He looks slightly different, doesn't he? Let's have a look. He's got 1, 2. Okay, he's got a smaller bow and it's further back. Coastal freighter. Nope. Hang on, he's got a bridge and then he's got his stack? What's that then? Motor vessel. Nope. Coal tender, small junk, trawler. Nope. Tugboat. Is he even worth a torpedo if it's too small? Troop ship, ocean liner, small ocean liner. Come on, come on, come on. Intermediate tanker? Nope. Come on. Oh, hello. Nope. Coastal freighter. There it is. 7.3. 6, 7, 7.3. There we go. Similar deal. Okay. That's the range. He's going to be turning into it. Good. So give me tube 2. Give me a fast moving 6, 7, 7. Yeah, 8 magnetic. Okay. That's the correct depth. It's roughly the right angle on the bow, but it shouldn't matter too much. So we're so close that we can barely miss. Well, I'm saying that. Watch me miss now. Watch me miss. Okay. Why did I fire the torpedo below the draft instead of hitting the ship? I'll explain momentarily, but in short, the explosion beneath the vessel causes way more damage. Okay, that's the minimum arming range, like there, at which point the torpedo is not going to enable safety measure to make sure it doesn't blow me up. Okay, wait for it to turn. Might need to fire a bit sooner because it's going to hit my minimum arming range. Okay, let's open the tube. This one might be a bit tricky. 10 seconds. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I need to fire soon, otherwise it's not going to arm. Turn, you bastard. Fire now. This one's... I'm not so confident on this one. It might not arm, or I might have just flat out missed. Let's see. Very close. It's probably not going to arm. Yeah. Oh no! Just armed. Just. There we go. Welcome to the war, America.
Hey!
Thank you, Carl. All right. Holy moly! Yeah, it's like 1939. No escorts at all. They're not even in a convoy. Do they even have guns? Yeah, they've got guns. So they're armed at the very least. Okay. So we'll just monitor them for a bit and make sure they sink. Let's get the bow torpedo... Yeah, we'll get men in the bow torpedo room lifting the torpedoes onto the guide rail and then into the tubes. So yes, to explain then. So yes, a magnetic trigger, a torpedo which doesn't detonate when it hits something, but instead detonates when it detects a sufficient enough change in the Earth's magnetic field to whatever the torpedo is calibrated to. So whenever there's something big and metal above it, it will go boom. Why? Because the explosion contained beneath the hull of the ship and the ocean does way more damage by effectively lifting the superstructure of the ship up and down. A huge ship, for example, with an explosion here, suddenly creating a massive air pocket, and the bow and the stern not moving. What do you well, bending up and down. Not only have you got the explosion causing damage, of course, but the entire superstructure of the ship bends in a way that it was never designed to do. You can break the back of a ship. With one torpedo, potentially, you can destroy an enormous ship. In fact, the larger the ship, the more weight is pulling up and down on the stern and the bow. Okay, come on, yep. Let's follow them. So, as a result, it was the state-of-the-art torpedo technology at the time, magnetic triggers, and it gave them a hell of a lot of a huge headache, because it turns out that magnetic triggers are very temperamental. If you're calibrating them to the exact strength of the magnetic field of the Earth, well, let's hope that that magnetic field is not different depending on your position on the Earth. Spoilers, it is. So torpedoes that were calibrated in the waters near, say, the equator are not going to work off the coast of, northern Britain. And that's exactly the problem that the Kriegsmarine experienced when they tried to take part in the, the Baltic campaign. None of their magnetic torpedoes worked. And then there was lots of back and forth arguing between the Kriegsmarine and the designers of the weapons. Who were like, no, you're just not firing them properly. Blah, blah, blah. The Americans had the exact same problem. During the Pacific War, their torpedoes were so unreliable that some of them would just bounce off Japanese ships and do nothing. Which was incredibly frustrating. Okay, so we're following them. Let's hope that in the rough seas, the flooding will be enough to cause them to sink. Is that front one flooding? Yes, realistic sinking time enabled, so it'll take some time to go down. I'll stay with them, make sure they do. Okay. Stay at periscope depth.
Periscope depth.
Where'd they go? There they are. Yeah, they're struggling. What happens if they don't sink? I'll probably put another torpedo into a few of them. I've got way more torpedoes now. Look at this. Holy shit. The Type 9 has way more torpedoes, especially in the external reserves. Lovely. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've got them. A ship of that size versus magnetic torpedoes beneath their hull? Yeah, they're doomed. Thank you, I Shan't Tell. Thank you very much, I Shan't Tell.
Yes, sir. Rudder 0 degrees to port.
Okay. So between January and August 1942, America lost about 600 and something merchant ships in the Second Happy Time, whereas the Germans lost about 22 U-boats. So that is an astonishing KD ratio, effectively. And it was mostly due to the decisions of one man, or rather his weird decision making, Admiral King. To this day, he's blamed for it. But at the same time, I don't know. It sounds more like a systemic problem as well. So you've got an admiral who's refusing to listen to the advice he's being given, and it's causing a lot of men to die in the Atlantic. Thank you, Alois and Mason and Hyperion. Thank you very much. Didn't the U-boats struggle a lot towards the end of the war? Oh yes, holy moly. The hunters became the hunted, and all of a sudden being a U-boat was an extremely dangerous an extremely dangerous occupation, being a U-boat submariner, and your life expectancy towards the end of the war was extremely low. For the technology simply outpaced the U-boat. There we go. It's a vessel that absolutely relies on not being detected. So if you have sonar, so you can detect them when they're underwater, and radar, so you can detect them when they're on the surface, what the fuck do you do? You're screwed. She's going down. Well done. Cool.
Yes, sir. Ahead standard.
We got one of them. Make sure we get the other one. So yeah, the Second World War, we started to see the rise of the aircraft to its place now as pretty much, its dominance. The aircraft carrier specifically on the seas. The days of the battleship are gone, and the days of the U-boat are also numbered. Modern submarines, as we understand them now, yeah, we have them aplenty, but they'll never reach the same sort of numbers of the U-boat. For planes can move incredibly quickly, cover vast amounts of territory, and can deliver bombs accurately, especially with dive bombing, extremely accurately. Okay, hopefully they'll both go down, then we can move on towards New York. Those poor submariners. That sucks. Submariners? Those poor merchant mariners? Is that the term? Sailors. Indeed, a modern submarine can deliver a cruise missile from far away. But again, the moment a modern submarine is found, they're screwed. They're frankly screwed. You can just keep dropping bombs on their head until you get them. The whole defense of the submarine involves not being found. Not fighting when you're found, it's not being found.
Yes, sir. All stop.
Okay. So the remaining flooded sections of the hull, unflooded sections rather, are steadily venting, and the weight of the ship, the weight of the rest of the ship is pulling the whole thing under. I'm not saying that they're not, Farinir. Forgive me, sir, I'm not saying that modern submarines are not terrifying nor useful. I'm saying that a submarine's defense is not being detected. If your submarine is detected, suddenly you've lost your primary attribute as the submarine. They are not fighting vessels that stand their ground when they're fought. The whole idea is not being found. And that's the problem. Radar and sonar, these two pieces of technology. Whoa, munitions went off. She was carrying bombs. Or ammo or something. Did she split in half? No way. No. Just the upper decks blew in half, blew up. Yeah, she had munitions. Her entire structure just blew up. Okay, we got him. What is angle on the bow when setting a torpedo? I'll show you in a moment. Forgive me, I'm still learning it myself. It's going the same way, look. With a much bigger fire. Jesus. Okay. Let's leave them be. Send the report for the kill and continue on our way to New York. So, please return to our prior course. Hang on.
Yes, sir.
And come back to the
Returning to
surface.
course,
Yes,
sir.
sir. New day.
So when it comes to torpedo calculations on the computer that they're using here, the various dials, so this would be the bearing, so the gyro angle that the torpedo is going to leave the tube and then correct to head towards. The range, this is mainly just for you, for exactly, the torpedo will keep going regardless of what the thing you set here. It doesn't explode at a preset time, so this is mainly just for your own clock, your own timer. But the angle on the bow is, so pretend that you are the commander of the vessel you're shooting at, point towards the submarine, effectively. And this will adjust the torpedo's course with the speed calculation to hopefully be exactly where the target will be relative to you when it reaches there. So, if it's moving at 5 knots, you fire it at 0 degrees. The angle on the bow will determine, okay, so you're 90 degrees on, that means the torpedo needs to be about there, 100 meters ahead to get the kill. It's a dumbfire weapon. The computer is merely figuring out where the target will be, moving at 5 knots over whatever, angle of... Oh no, hang on a minute. Surely that distance would matter then in the calculator. It doesn't though. That's weird. Strange. I figured that would really matter. Okay. Anyway, let's carry on towards New York. How much time have we got? We got another 35 minutes. And give it another save. And send the report. Okay.
Tube 1 ready, sir.
Tube 1, nice. Torpedoes reloaded. whilst we're out here, we should probably get some in from the external reserves. So, weapons officer, please bring in 2 of the gas torpedoes from the external reserve. Now we're on the surface. How long will that take? Oh, well, we need to do that one next. And have our torpedo officer supervise the process. How long will it take now? Good, it's gone from 23 minutes to only 7. Okay. Have one of our officers resting. Watch officer, go over here. Okay. Did I send that report? Send patrol report. There we go. What's this? Sorry. Operation Cerberus has begun. Damn it! It's a shame I didn't know about Operation Cerberus. I would have liked to have been part of that. That could have been fun. A dash through the English Channel with battleships at your side. That could have been awesome. Bit of a pity. Oh well. You live, you learn. Okay. Go back to, reduce our speed a bit. We need to watch our fuel. Radio message received. Good work, they say. Continue patrol. So according to this, we've made 2 kills, a tramp steamer and a coastal freighter. Nice. So patrol 22. Does it give us our total tonnage? No. Well, the first one was 2,800... Hang on. 2,824. And the second one was 1,869. Nice. So we've got 4,693 tons of shipping. Not bad. We haven't even arrived yet. Haha. Okay. So right until the end of the Second World War, everybody, in the Battle of the Atlantic, I remember, so I was watching a documentary yesterday morning when I was doing the editing, and one of the guys being interviewed said something interesting. He said that they were losing, I think the number, what was the number? Hang on. So yes, the number he said that even towards the end of the war, and even with the convoy system, they were losing about 150 ships per month. So that's 1,800 merchant ships a year. That's a lot of ships. That's way higher than can be replaced. Now the Liberty ship, the transport ship specifically made for mass production. So the one that America was producing en masse specifically for get them built quickly, get them out there quickly. They were making something along the lines of 600. I think it was about 600 per year. And that's just one class of ship. So obviously there's more than that. So what the guy was saying was that even right to the end of the war, shipping was being sunk faster than it could be replaced. So this caused many planners, Allied planners, to question the worth of the convoy system. Because obviously it looks like it's not working. So what do you think would happen if, say, a very prominent American admiral was also against the convoy system? King. So potentially this could have been very, very bad. This could... the Allied planners don't have a crystal ball. They can't tell the future. They can only look at the numbers and go, oh fuck, we're losing way more ships than we're replacing. Is the convoy system working? So yeah, King could have done a fuck ton of damage to the war. Potentially. Obviously he didn't know that at the time. Well, yeah, he should have known about, how obviously the convoy system's resulting in fewer casualties than none. But yeah. Right. Because by World War II, Zacharoni, you had way more emphasis on the U-boat campaign. So the U-boat campaign in the World War I, yes, although it did happen, not to this degree. It's very much a very different kettle of fish. Very different. The tech was different. The number of U-boats was different. I'm Very, very different state of affairs in the Second World War. Okay. Yes, we've just torpedoed... Were they our first? I think they were our first. Our first American ship sunk. I shot at an American ship before I realised it was American, when it was neutral. But yeah, we've spilt our first American blood. And now we're on our way to New York. What's Newport? What's in Newport, America? Hang on. Newport, America. Rhode Island. Located in the Narragansett Bay. Southeast of Providence. What's there, though? Okay. Any naval facilities? Newport. Navy? World War II? Nope, not the USS Newport. Apparently there's a ship called Newport. No, not that. Naval history of Newport. Do you have any juicy shipyards? That's what I'm looking for. Ooh, the Navy has a major presence in Newport. Interesting. What's this then? Okay, the Royal Navy occupied Newport from 1776 to 1779. We might be a bit late on that. No, that's the Civil War. After World War II, Newport took a more active combat role. Oh! It's a training yard for sailors. Interesting. In the Second World War, they used it as a training ground for American sailors. We just turn up one day, like a bunch of recruits are getting their first lesson. We're like, hello. They're like, sink or swim, motherfuckers. And we just start torpedoing their, their instructors desperately screaming at their students. we go there to kill younglings, basically. Yeah, we go seal clubbing basically at Newport. Oh man, maybe I'll think about it. Can you imagine being one of those recruits, your first fucking day, and a U-boat attacks your training yard? Just a mental image of panicking ensigns. Is it ensign? Is that the first rank? Oh dear. Yeah, so in the Royal Navy, we had the practice of, so traditionally speaking, we had the practice of, what were they called again, sorry? I was going to say drummer boy, but that's stupid, that's from the Napoleonic era. Basically, we would have young apprentices on board. What were they called? Fuck, what's the name? Specific name. Like, what are they called? Basically like very young sailors who were kids, basically, on board Royal Navy vessels, learning the ropes. And in the Second World War, that backfired rather horrendously because we had many incidents, notably the Escapa Flow raid, where a whole bunch of kids died who were, say, on board a warship at anchor where they thought they were safe. And so when a U-boat snuck its way into Scapa Flow near the start of the war and blew it up, like a whole bunch of them were killed. So the Royal Navy stopped that practice. Not a good look, is it? Right. Okay, we're close. Let's speed up the time again. Is it midshipman? Why don't I raid Scapa Flow again? Oh, we get murdered. Are you kidding me? 1942? The air cover is going to be horrendous. Hello. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Singapore has fallen, and over 80,000 Allied troops have been captured. Singapore could only be taken after a siege by an army of at least 50,000 men. It is not considered possible that the Japanese would embark on such a mad enterprise. Winston Churchill, 1940. Singapore has fallen. Oh no. Right. When is... I'm quite curious about the... Right, so it won't... So Midway is June, isn't it? But when is Coral Sea? That's after, isn't it? Coral Sea. Coral Sea... Oh, no, sorry, May. My mistake. So you've got the Battle in the Pacific. Coral Sea. So the first engagement between two aircraft carriers who never actually saw each other. And then... after Midway is the Battle of Savo Island, isn't it? August, yeah. And that's where the Americans... Oh, yeah. That's where the hello. That's where the Japanese kick the crap out of the surface fleet. So yeah, lots of action going on in the Pacific. So right now, what the Japanese are trying to do... So, yeah, Pearl Harbor didn't work out for the Japanese. And they know that they need to knock America out... Sorry, they can't knock America out of the war. But they want to try and at least get a peace with America. They want to sap the enemy's will to fight. So they attacked Pearl Harbor in the hopes that they could decapitate the Pacific Fleet. They didn't. They failed. They didn't get the carriers. So what's happening right now is they are trying to pick a target that they know that the Americans will defend. And they're going to try and set a trap. So that's what's probably happening around about February, I imagine, in the upper echelons of the Japanese army and navy. Yeah, they kicked the Hornet's nest, and now they want to set a trap for the Hornets. That trap is eventually going to be Midway. Okay, we are quite close. We've never been this close to America. I'm worried about these relatively shallow waters. Can I adjust my course? Let's go in direct. So we've got another 20 minutes until I need to end the stream, but I want to see New York. This is too interesting. Also give it another save before it crashes on me again. Right. Yes, indeed, Kellyman. So the Japanese radio codes had been not thoroughly, but they'd been partially decrypted, and so the Americans had a ploy, which was to send an undersea cable transmission, an undersea cable message rather, to the base at Midway, telling them to send an unencrypted message that their water purification was buggered, and that they were running out of water. If they weren't, it was a trick. The intelligence officers of the Imperial Japanese Navy did not figure out that it was a trick. And so when the code breakers found out that the planned target was running low on water, they knew that the Japanese were talking about Midway. So Admiral Nimitz, started moving large numbers of planes to the Midway base and got as many aircraft carriers as he could. I think they had... Was it 3 or 4? I think it might have been 3. So that and the base meant that, surprisingly, when the Japanese entered the Battle of Midway, the Americans had the numerical advantage. Thank you, Beanie. Thank you very much, Beanie. The Americans got lucky with Midway. They did. I mean, there was a huge amount of luck involved in Midway, yes. But at the same time, I'm going to stick to my guns and say that it was intelligence that won it. The Americans played smart at a time where they had to play smart. If they if they got stupid, Japan probably could have defeated them. Yes, but Japan was trying to get them to extend their necks so that they could so that they could decapitate America, or at least the Pacific Fleet. But America never did. They never knelt down. They never exposed their neck. They didn't give Japan the decisive engagement that they wanted. And they knew that. They knew that Japan sought a decisive engagement, and they didn't give it to them. That was what won it. They didn't bring their carriers straight into the jaws of the finest Navy pilots in the world on the decks of those Japanese carriers. Of the, is it the Kido Butai? Is that the name of it? The attack fleet that they assembled? Okay, right, now we're entering relatively shallow waters from the Atlantic proper. New York is how far? 223 kilometers. Now, it's around about this time that I would expect air patrols from the RAF if this were Britain. So, let's see what happens. Right, so it's the morning. We'll be a bit careful. Let's not be too blasé. Let's not underestimate the Americans. So creep in. So it's daylight now. How bad? Yes. So go under. So we're going to start to creep our way in. Periscope depth. Need to watch that fuel. So we travel forward. So we're underwater right now. Wait until nightfall. Battery down to 50%. Okay, now surface the boat, and off we go. Head full. Head standard even. What was the strategic reason for Japan attacking the United States? Control. Japan was the rising power in the East. They had gone from a primitive feudal nation up to a first world nation in no time. Their armies and their navies, they were an imperial power, continually looking to get stronger and stronger. Manifest destiny, whatever you want to call it. Russia had came in, face full of eyeballs, hands full of vodka. Japan kicked the shit out of them, sending a shockwave across the world. And from there, it only emboldened them further. They just kept going. By the end of the First World War, Japan took part. They took part and they fought against the Germans. As a result, they took over, as part of the settlement, as part of the treaty, pretty much all of the islands that Germany had formerly owned. So their territory was expanded even further. So now they had this huge territory all the way across the Pacific. And so they started getting belligerent with the United States, the next power in the Pacific. And as a result, America moved their navy, their Pacific Navy, to Pearl Harbor as a sort of, we're watching you, don't you think about it. They thought that it would threaten the Japanese. The Japanese were not threatened. But again, it's one must really when talking about the Second World War, Japanese, one must be careful. I suppose at the same time with the Germans, because what we're really talking about is the Imperial Japanese and Nazi Germany. Very different mindset. The rise of extremism. We're not talking about stable, normal nations. We're talking about crazies. We're talking about crazy people. Not to dismiss them, but more to just. So they're not going to behave like a normal nation because of their they're extremist governments. Fanatics, yeah. You rattle the saber at them, and they're not going to go, it's all part of a game. No, they're going to think that they're egging you on for war. Okay, right, so it's about to be nightfall. It's bright. Sorry, what's going on? It's way brighter than I thought. It's 8 in the evening. get darker. We're like... It's crazy bright. Yeah, what's going on? Is this a bug? It's... Oh, hang on. What? Okay, there we go. It's almost 10. It's winter. Oh, wait. Is it not local time? Oh, local. No, it's fine. Local time. Oh, I get it. Of course. Local time. It's only 5. Gotcha. We're so far from Europe. How cool is that? I'm paying attention to the wrong clock. Gotcha. Need to be a bit more cautious then. Okay, so it's actually 5 in the evening. I surfaced during broad daylight. Yeah, I've never been to America before. I've never been this far. So we were traveling on the surface in broad daylight next a mere 88 kilometers from New York City, and no plane has found us. Okay. Let's... Sorry, so, any Americans here? Where's the Statue of Liberty? Is this map even slightly accurate? On a small island. Zoom in. Okay, yeah, the game is probably not going to properly show the harbour, is it really? Long Island? Isn't that... Oh, on the big long bit here. It's on the tip of the penis. What, here? In between New York and New Jersey. Okay, I'm just going to look this up before I embarrass myself. Hang on. Google Maps, Statue of Liberty. Da, 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 da. So it's on a small island. That is a small island. What the fuck? Wow, it's all the way in there. Okay, there's the long bit. It's... Hang on. So what's that? Okay, so that's Brooklyn. That's Manhattan. That should go that way. That's supposed to keep going, so the map isn't fully accurate. Wait a minute. So the Statue of Liberty is here, I think? Yeah, the map isn't very accurate. Okay. Right. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, do you reckon that's it there? Huh. Like, that could be it there. Should we fire our deck gun into the Statue of Liberty? That would be in the news, wouldn't it? U-boat destroys the face of the Statue of Liberty. Right. Would that be wise from a strategic perspective? I think that would be a very stupid thing to do. Okay, so we're travelling on the surface. Let's keep going. It's almost nightfall. So let's get our watch officers up. Anyway, for the people just joining the stream, so get the bow torpedo cruise back. We're off the coast of America, who has just entered the Second World War. Did I get those torpedoes? Hang on. We did. They're in the reserve. Excellent. All right. So we're cruising along. Now here's the trouble. This is a big U-boat. It might be tricky to get into the port. Weirdly, we could really do with some rough weather, actually. Okay, what's the time? So it's the evening. Maybe we should just do a quick dip underwater to listen with the hydro... Oh, look, that's the land. Okay, so we can get spotted from the land if we're not careful. Creeping carefully. Yeah, let's give it a save. Right. New York, New York. I've never been here. Let's see what's here. I'm going to be really disappointed if we get here and it's like 2 fishing boats. Right, here we go. So we're 10 minutes, 7 kilometers here.
Ship
Ooh,
spotted.
merchant spotted. Okay, periscope depth, quick. We saw something. Moving southeast. Damn it, is she going to report us?
Abtauchstationen!
Get down, get down, get down.
Alle Entwicklungen sind klar!
Okay, how deep is the water?
Yes, sir. Depth under keel.
11 meters? Good lord. Oh my god, it's shallow. Okay. Let's shimmy where that merchant is. Presumably he's moving on the deepest bit. Christ, are we going to be okay? Where's the merchant? There he is.
Current depth 10.
Thank you, Sleepy Englishman. Thank you very much, Sleepy. So it's about 8 in the evening for the Americans. So creep forward slow. Okay, warship, medium speed, moving away behind us. Merchant in front of us. Warship moving fast there. So they do have patrols. Okay, he's moving where? Okay, that's his route. He's coming straight at us. Uh-oh. Are we going to get buzz? He's coming right at us. Slow the fuck down. My god, it's very shallow. How far is he? 6 kilometers. Thank you, Trinos. Thank you very much, Trinos. Keep pulling this way. What's he doing? No, he's gone back. So is he doing like that? Is that his patrol? I think so. So just gradually go... Uh-oh. Merchant moving fast, moving northwest, entering New York Harbor. Okay, lower the... Lower that. Okay. Yeah, probably a torpedo boat.
Yes, sir.
Silent running.
Rig for silent running.
Okay. Nice and steady. Right, so... He's not moving very fast for a torpedo boat. He might be a destroyer. My god, this is shallow. Our big U-boat can barely fit. Hope we're going to be okay. Hi, Digby. Yeah, we're off to see New York. They've just entered the war. We're off to go see the sights. Because, you know, these vagabond shoes are longing to stray. I want to be a part of it. New York. New York. Merchant moving slow. Okay, slight point. If we get detected, we're fucked. Because We can't even evade. It's so shallow. Okay. Warship moving fast. Merchant moving fast. Creeping in steady. It's around 10:30 in the evening. I really hope there's not a destroyer sweeping with Aztec. Where is he? 3 kilometers to my bearing. 335. Where are you? There. You're a patrol craft. It doesn't have ASDIC. Visual only. Wait, they don't have a destroyer? That's it? That's the only thing? The only military vessel guarding the entrance to New York is a poncy little patrol boat. Admiral King, you moron. No, there's another merchant and there's definitely another warship. Careful. Steady. I'm really worried about torpedo nets. Oh, no, please don't. So what's that? Okay, that could be a bigger problem. That must be a destroyer. Surely. That has to be a destroyer. Because if that's a patrol boat... okay. Yeah, it's a rowboat. It's a rowboat. One guy's got a torch. The other guy's got a stick. Okay, hello New York. Slow and steady. Silent running. Sound contact. Merchant behind us. Sorry, where is my observation periscope? How do I... Is it in the conning tower? No. Oh no, it's here. Yeah, it's all the way up here. Okay, that's a little bit annoying on this version. Is there a hotkey for There we go. For the observation periscope. Right, I need to watch out in front of the bow for torpedo netting. Oh? Ah, thank you. There is. Brilliant. Oh, is the observation periscope. Thank you. Right, slow and steady. 1 hour journey to the mouth of New York Harbour. It's around 1 in the morning. So what is this warship in front of us moving fast? No sign of any torpedo netting. This has to be it. Oh, hello. I hear warning. Warning, boys. Wrong one. I just sent the attack periscope up accidentally. Lower the attack periscope and send up the observation periscope. There. Machine gun bunkers. Okay, be very careful now. I'm going to assume that there are probably... Yeah, so this will be that anti-submarine netting. We've got to thread it carefully. Somewhere ahead of us. Oops. That's what the bells are warning us about, I reckon. Any merchant ships, be careful. Here we go. Moving forward. Creeping forward. 7th. Oh. Naval mines. Okay. Okay. Oh. Spicy sea urchins, everyone. Spicy sea urchins. Do not disturb. We doing okay? Moving at 2 knots. Okay, keep moving, slow and steady. Observation periscope, I'm just going to guide her through. Moving at 2 knots. There's the torpedo netting. Stop. Stop the boat. Stop the boat. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Okay, is there a gap that we can exploit? Do we have to surface? It's too bright. They'll see us. We need rough weather or bad visibility. Drat. Drat. And we have a big submarine. The only way through that is over it, and the visibility's too high. Yeah, we'd have to surface like Scarpa Flow, but there's a machine gun nest there. They'll see us. They're in, yeah. Oh, it's worse than that. It's a proper gun position. Darn. Is this me out of luck? We need like a storm or something. Spotlights and everything. Nah, they'll see us. They're on duty. They're awake. Where's the sub? Is there a gap? No, because they want boats to go over it, don't they? Very tricky. Yeah, we'd have to. The conning tower would have to. Darn. Okay, we can only get in on low visibility. So what do I do? So it's about 2:21, and it's just too bright a night. Okay, so I'm going to save it and we're going to try it. We're going to do a surface, and we're going to try and push over and see if they are indeed asleep. They're totally going to get us. Then again, even if we do get detected, remember that we got detected at Scarpa Flow, and their response still wasn't enough. So maybe we can get in, even if they do detect us. Here we go. We're gonna risk it for a biscuit. So carefully raise the sub's nose. That's not
Yes,
it.
sir.
That's the rudder.
Rudder 1 degrees to
One.
starboard.
Go up by
Rudder 0
9
degrees
meters.
to port. New depth 9.
We're on 12 meters right now. The conning tower is going to get visible. Here we go. So we're gradually rising, slow and steady. Come on, gradually lift. And no, they're not mines. These are just weights or floats, even. So it's a weighted net, metal. If there were mines, it would be annoying, because then half the net would get blown up if something hit it. So we're going to get lit up. Here we go. So don't get a spotlight on us. Americans, you want to be asleep right about now. It's New York. Go to the pictures. Submarine's going up. You alright, honey? Dog's running around being weird. What's that? Okay, is the bow clear? Just? But not the tail. Okay, up a little bit more. 1 more meter. Can't you cross now? Maybe? Let's try it. Here we go.
Yes, sir.
Forward.
New depth 8 meters.
8 meters.
Ahead slow.
Head slow. We got a big center, haven't we? Up, 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 up. Don't get lit up, don't get lit up, don't get lit up. Up, 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 up.
Yes, sir. New depth.
Up, 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 up. Don't scrape, don't scrape, don't scrape. God, it's gonna scrape. Oh my God, centimeters. Shit the bed. Shit the bed. It's like 10 centimeters at most. Barely scraping along the torpedo net, and our conning tower is out of the water. The Americans are watching us, but have they seen us? Oh my God! Fuck a duck! Periscope depth now. Periscope
Yes, sir. Periscope depth.
Periscope depth down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. Shh, down, down, down. Lower the boat, lower the boat, lower the boat. We're over the net. Thank you, Mia. Periscope down, periscope down. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's go. Are we under? Almost, almost. Holy shit, we're in the New York Harbor. A U-boat has penetrated New York Harbor. We're in. Okay. Now what? Excellent question. Onwards. Let's see what's here. My God, the lackluster defenses. So again, for the people just joining the stream, the second happy time. So the fact that America, when it entered the Atlantic War, was not ready for U-boat warfare. Their defenses were very poor, resulting in the massive loss. Let me give it a save. Massive loss of merchant shipping to the U-boats. There was one poxy little motor ship outside, no destroyer. But there is a warship in here, so let's see what it is. There. It's ahead of us. That has to be a destroyer. 5 kilometers on bearing 25. If that is not a destroyer, then the defenses are so bad that Admiral King needs to be fired out of a cannon. Can't see it, it's too far. keep creeping forward. Okay, warship. There it is. What is that? CO2 levels. Let's just check. Building, but we're mostly okay. Okay, what is that? It's now patrolling back and forth over there. You're kidding me. It looks like a Corvette. Wow. That's a tiny vessel. Presumably it doesn't even have ASDIC. Jesus. No, wait, it must be something different. I must be aiming at something else. That is a motorboat. New York City. The Statue of Liberty. We're in. Okay, I must be looking at something else to bearing 20. Okay. Alright. Yeah, what's that? Moving unknown. Stay away from it. Move at 2 knots, slow and steady. Following the plotted course. And let's see what we can see. Merchants. We've heard a propeller deeper inside the bay. So what's the time? So it's almost dawn, so it's almost 4 in the morning. Motorboat backing around over there. Okay. So, let's up the combat. How far away is it? It's, yeah, careful, do a quick sneak and peek. How do we get out after dawn? I might wait until nightfall and sneak out again. Observation periscope up. Hello, New York City. Let's get closer. The Statue of Liberty. Cargo vessel unknown to bearing 340. Okay. Let's keep moving steady. That motorboat. We've got to try and avoid that. That's her patrol. She's close. Yeah, I'm just a little worried about the air levels. Can we creep through? Hopefully it doesn't smack our conning tower. Oh look. Is that a wreck? Thank you, GT Wolf. Thank you very much, GT. Sorry, I'm just going to sneeze. Oh, pardon me, I'm so sorry. Ugh. Let's keep moving. Shit. Oh, kill the engine.
Yes, sir. All stop.
If only they knew that a U-boat is right here. Keep moving. Jesus Christ, you kidding?
Yes, sir. Oh,
It's almost farcical, isn't it? Okay. So how far are we? So we're within easy torpedo range. But where are the ships? I need to get a little I need to get away from this patrol boat before I can really raise the periscope. Or at least wait until he's on the far edge of his patrol. Okay. So it's about 4:30 in the morning on February the 19th. So he's over there right now, isn't he? So let's raise the periscope and see what we can see. Give it a save. Right. So here we go. Up goes the combat periscope, bearing 0 over the bow. Where's the motorboat? He's on the far end of his patrol on 220. How far away? Yeah, he's on the tail end. Okay, quickly. So historically speaking, New York would backlight the ships and they were easier to target. Hello. Large cargo. 2 of them lined up. What bearing is that? That's 3-2. Another ship there unidentified at bearing 40. Those are some nice targets. Okay. Unknown target over there. Can't quite tell. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck are they? Holy sh... That's the largest ship I've ever seen. 2 of them. What is that? Give me the manual. What is that? Empire type, Granville type, no. Large cargo. They're bigger than large cargos. Large merchant. Passenger cargo, small freighters, tramp steamers. I can hear the patrol boats coming back. 2 stack. What's it? 2 stack. Ceramic type ocean liner, 200 meters. It's Chatham troop ship. No, that's a 4 stacker. Large troop ship? Could it be a large troop ship? At 13,400 tons. 2 stack. 2 stack. It's hard to see. That's bearing 420. Here, next to the Statue of Liberty. Is that correct? 447, hang on. 437 even. Right? So they're over there. Are they there? Okay. Creep a bit closer. Let's go. Jesus, look. They're parked right next to the Statue of Liberty. I don't know what they are, but they're enormous. Am I going to blow them up? That's what I came here to do. Let's have a closer look. 2 stack. Yeah, I think that's them, isn't it? One's the other way round. Okay. Large troop ships, 200 meter long, 12.6 meter draft, 13,450 tonnage. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. 2 torpedoes apiece, I think. But how are we going to get both if one is blocking the other? We've got to fire diagonally. Yeah, that's so 4 torpedoes there. 2 each. Okay. So maybe instead let's go this way. That's the warship behind us. Hang on. Patrol boat. Right. Come here. How far away? Yeah, so 1.3 kilometers. All right. I did. Sorry, Kiss. Did you hear that? Yeah. Super excited there. Okay. Up combat periscope. We're now facing them. Have a quick look around as it gets brighter. Holy shit, I think I'm going to break my tonnage record if I get these two at the same time. That's another large cargo. That's big, whatever that is, unless that's 2 separate ships end on it. These are... Jesus Christ, are you seeing these? Okay. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! It's a turkey shoot. Alright. Let's do this then. Let's plan this. We've got target there. There are actually 2 targets either side. Why is the other one not being reported? Kill the
Yes, sir.
engine.
All stop.
Kill the engine.
Yes, sir.
There we go. Okay, so... I'm curious... Sorry, why is it only showing the 1 ship at bearing 0? There's clearly 2. But this is what makes me nervous, is there must be a torpedo net. Yes, a troop transport. But there has to be a torpedo net between me and them, surely. They can't be that lax. So if I fire a torpedo at the depth that would get them, surely it would just hit the torpedo netting. Let's do it anyway. Let's fire 2 and see what happens. Okay, so we'll fire at the... Yeah, that ship over there. So, is it the same model? 2 stack. Staggered. That looks a little different. Maybe it's just the angle. Okay. Right. Yeah, already saved. It's fine. Oh, there they are. There we go. Right, so... It's a slow-moving, keep it slow, magnetic torpedo. Give me 2 tubes. Which tubes? What's available? Tubes 2 and 3. It doesn't really matter. Give me salvo of 2 torpedoes. 2 and 3. Tight, relatively tight spread. At a range of around 1.4. Angle on the bow. This is going to be the one that's tricky to work out. So they're not moving. Honestly, we just fucking eyeball it. Right, so... Can I... No, I can't maneuver that one. Right. Angle on the bow relative to us is about that, isn't it? But this shouldn't matter too much. There we go. And so verify. So 12.6 on the draft. There we go. So let's do it. So let's fire and see what happens. So, 1 second. Torp 1. Right. So 1 minute and 23 seconds to the target. Too deep, do you reckon? So 12.6, and I'm firing at 11, 12, 13. Should be fine. 13. Give it a good meter. Alright. I think we're good. So tubes 2 and 3. Open them. 2 and 3 are open. Fire. Torpedoes in the water. Torpedoes away. America sleeps. Not a care in the world. Welcome to the Second World War. So, do they have a torpedo net? Let's have a look. It's going to be interesting to see the low polygon Statue of Liberty in a minute. Looking good. Holy shit, those are massive ships. Look at them. There's no net. There's no net. Jesus Christ. Direct hit. They're awake. Give me a second. Give me a second. Yeah! Holy moly. Prepare the next one. Before they get, they get their sight on us. Quick. Right, so give me the other 2 tubes. There we go. Quickly, salvo. What's going on? Salvo. There we go. 2 and 4. Adjust accordingly. Slightly wider spread. 10, 11, 12, 13. Slow moving magnetic. Open tubes. And then fire. Torpedoes in the water. There we go. Range is fine, don't worry. The range is just for the count. So the range is just for my personal time. Okay, so they send up a flare. They're aware that an attack is ongoing, or at least something's happened. So what is that? Another merchant vessel. No, it's not. It's a destroyer. It's just sitting at anchor, not even patrolling. More merchant vessels. Holy crap. So many so many vulnerable ships. Okay, here we go. Where are my torpedoes? Look for the trail. I hear them. I think. Where's my gas trail? Hang on. There they are. Holy moly. Why would they patrol? Because of me. A U-boat. And there we go. Right under the hull. Direct hit. Depth is perfect. Thank you, Carl. My God. Okay. Let's see if these two sink then. So those were, the explosion contained beneath the ship. We even started a fire. Beneath the ship and the surface, the base of the harbour. The damage is going to be horrendous. Okay, now what else is there for us to expend torpedoes on? So, let's have a quick look. Weapons officer. So these front torpedoes are in the queue for loading, but I'd have to come out silent running in order to load them. We should fire the aft torpedoes at something before we do anything. They're searching for us. Okay, how's the air reserves? Hang on. What's the time anyways? It's 5 in the morning. It's going to get lighter, and that will assist their ability to find us. Yeah, we've got enough air for now. Okay. So, oh yeah, let's have a look at the Statue of Liberty. Yeah, it's not too bad, honestly. I expected like a low polygon triangular nightmare. That's pretty good, isn't it? For 2005, the game was made. That's pretty damn cool, isn't it? Not bad. Okay. Other cargo ships to attack. Let's do that then. Yeah. What? Yeah. Weren't there other two? There were like some large ones nearby. Where are they? Indeed, that's the problem, Smuckers. They have access to ASDIC. We gave it to them. They have access to radar. We gave it to them, as in Britain. Sorry, not the Kriegsmarine. What was it? There was that quote. I can't remember who said it. I just read it earlier, saying that, you know, these were the most important innovations to ever reach our shores. America referring to the radar specifically. We gave it to them in exchange for all of the supplies that they were giving us during the Battle of the Atlantic, for their gracious assistance at staying in the war. Okay, there's another big ship. But yeah, so it's surprising that the destroyers were not actively using them there. Big vessel. There's a big vessel. That's a medium cargo. Wasn't there a bigger one? That's fairly big. Where was that big one? There it is. That's the one I want. So what's that? What are you? Looking at the hull, you're at least 160 meters. Let's have a look. No. So you're a single stack, large troop transport? No. Large tanker? No. Not a whale factory ship. Large cargo, maybe? Medium cargo, maybe? Liberty ship? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Maybe that might be our first Liberty ship. It matches the profile. What do you think? Okay. The bow looks more raised. Oh, look. And look, is that a mast on the bow? Look, no mast on the bow. Crane, even. It's got the crane. Yeah, day is closing in. That one does. The medium cargo. Look. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I think it might be a medium cargo. So that's a 9.2 draft. So let's bring the sub around. What's the bearing on that? Bearing 6.5. So that would be from the submarine. 6.5 bearing is over here. There it is. Ooh, hang on. There's a jetty in the way that I can't see. Let's start moving this way. Careful.
Yes, sir. Ahead slow.
Right. Bring the U-boat around. Yeah, watch out for that jetty. Yeah, there's a Yeti in the way. Yes, that's exactly what I said. Okay. So for the people just passing through the stream, I'm in New York Harbor. It's the start of 1942, what became informally known as the American shooting season, or the Second Happy Time, where the U-boat war started for the Americans proper, yet their tactics were not yet ready for it, which again is rather surprising considering the 2 years or so that they had to observe the submarine campaigns of the Royal Navy and take appropriate steps. Most of the blame, historically speaking, has been placed on the shoulders of the rather reactive Admiralty, so the Navy leadership, notably Ernest King, so Admiral King, who was a not well-liked admiral at the time, who was very, very reactive. So as a result, American defenses are very lackluster. No destroyer escorts looking around on patrol, and randomized patrols. So they had patrols, but they were predictable. No convoy work. Limited cooperation between the Navy forces and the Air Forces, of which there were two different types in America, and the two sides didn't like each other. So lots of just high-level lack of coordination, which resulted in lots of avoidable casualties. Reactive, do I mean reactionary? You know, reactive, reacting to the situation instead of proactively adopting these anti-submarine measures, which have been in use for quite some time now. ASDIC is now standard issue. Standard issue is the wrong word for it. It's now commonly used, as is close coordination with aircraft, which are supremely effective at dealing with U-boats. How are we doing with our hits? Ooh. One looks like it's got a bit of a list on it. Has it in fact impacted the bed? I think it might have done. I think it's scraping against the sand there. Okay. We're creeping around. U-boat's doing a creep. So instead of reacting, he sat on his arse and bitched about it. Well, he more just got really combative and defensive. Again, historically speaking, he had some strange beef with the Royal Navy. A chip on his shoulder. And he wouldn't listen to any of the advice the Royal Navy was giving. I can understand that. At the same time, though, the Royal Navy and the Kriegsmarine have been fighting for some time. They hate each other. These two nations will do everything in their power to destroy each other. So it's an environment where hyper-competence has been really encouraged. So in both the Royal Navy and the Kriegsmarine, you've got lots of very serious, very competent captains and U-boat captains and regular captains. So it's not like a peacetime scenario where the defenses are hypotheticals and you can sort of debate back and forth. It's demonstrable. So what works against the U-boat is demonstrable. Tactics that the U-boats have been using are observable. So yes, sort of shunning advice from another navy that has kind of knows what it's talking about is the point I'm trying to get at. And Admiral King himself said in 1940, he said that, you know, war with Germany was probably inevitable. This is not a stupid officer. He just had bigotry that he couldn't work out, and it clouded his judgment. And sadly, American merchantmen and American sailors died for his lack of cooperation. Yeah, he is not well liked. He is really, really, to this day, not well liked. Okay, so that's my target. Stand by. Yeah, apparently he was very difficult to deal with. There was it's an unsubstantiated rumor that he was a bit of a womanizer, particularly with the wives of naval officers. He drank very heavily. He was also a tough son of a bitch. A very aggressive, very capable officer who just, at the same time, is mixed in there is a strange unwillingness to cooperate. A stubbornness. So, bearing 185, bearing 67, bearing 1... Okay, there we go. Rear torpedo tube. Honestly, with a ship that size, one torpedo might not cut it. Maybe we should fire two. It's a bit of a big ship, to be fair. Even if we fired magnetic. In calm seas, too. Give me a salvo. Oh, wait, hold on. We have two aft torpedo tubes. I love the Type 9. Oh, what a U-boat. Alright. Slow-moving magnetic. Sorry, what was the draft? According to the... Yep, 9.2, probably. Put a 10-meter draft then. So that's the depth beneath the waterline, 10 meters. Magnetic triggers on the torps. Adjust bearing. No? Relative... Well, it shouldn't matter. What on earth is going on here? Oh, the range isn't far enough. There we go. Torpedo computer. Tighten up the salvo. Yaddy-daddy-daddy-da. And aim maybe a little bit further back just in case I clip the dock. We don't want to get unlucky. should be good. What do you think? Wrong ship, you sure? Bearing 187 from my current position. 187. Looks to be the correct ship. Unless there's one nearby that I can't see. No, it seems to be the correct ship. Alright, I think everything's good. I think we're good to fire. 2 minutes and 46 seconds till impact. Open tubes 5 and 6. The rear of the submarine. Where is it? There. Fire. Torpedoes in the water. Down with the periscopes. Thank you, Turkish Panda. Thank you very much, Turkish. Alright, let's hope that those troop transports sink. And let's hope that there's no torpedo netting between me and the target. And then I guess we can now switch over off silent running and start having the men reload torpedoes. I'm worried that motorbike might jump us. The motorbike? Motorboat. Where are the bubbles? Bubbles, 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 bubbles. That's the wrong thing. There they are. There they are. Hi there, Gary. Thank you very much, Gary. Hope you're very well. Man the deck gun while reloading. They probably have shore defences, surely. Yeah, look, there's guns on the coast. They'll open fire on me if I surface. Sorry, can I just say, it's quite impressive. Holy shit. I expected just like a few warehouse buildings and bugger all else. Again, apologies, not wishing to shill it. I suppose, yeah, I don't really have to say that. You guys know that I'm my opinion on that. Yeah, Silent Hunter is only a $5 on Steam if you're interested. It's fucking cool. Tis a damn impressive game. Thank you, Fantastics. Thank you very much, Fantastics. Especially with the Grey Wolves expansion. Ooh, there's another big ship over there as well. My god, am I just going to break my tonnage limit entirely coming to New York? Okay, any torpedo netting? There's no torpedo netting at all. That's shocking. Torpedoes under the bow. Did I get the depth right? Don't you bounce. Yep, depth is right. Oh, yep, there we go. Midship under the superstructure. Lovely. Beautiful. What's that there? Looks like a medium. Whoop. Hello. He's firing. Oh, no, wait. Star shell, yes? What did he do? Was that a star shell? Not sure what he just did. He fired something. Oh, look. Oh, no. Is the AI bugged out? Oh, no. Ah, it spawned a ship inside the port. Whoops. Well, it happens. Oh, look at this. They've even got the bridge. The Brooklyn Bridge, yeah? How cool is that? Yeah, look, the war's on, and yet lit up like a Christmas tree. Oh, Jesus. Okay. What I said a minute ago about the game. Yeah. Oh, dear. A slight error. There appears to be a ship on the warehouse. Whoops. Just resting. Dry dock. That's what it... Yeah, it's in dry dock. Okay. Yeah, they fired a star shell. So how are we doing with... How are we doing with our... Wait, that's not it. That's the one I hit before. It's over here, isn't it? Statue of Liberty. Our troop ships, are they sinking? I hit them with 2 torpedoes apiece. It's got realistic sinking time, so they might take a whole day to sink. Okay, so what am I going to do? Well, I need to go get on with work in a minute, because I'm already late by like 45 minutes. Okay. Honestly, I think we should just kind of sit here for a bit until nighttime, and then we surface quickly. Yeah, let's just back away. Back away somewhere where they can't easily see us. Where would be somewhere where they cannot easily see us? Do they have defenses up there? I need to surface to replenish the oxygen and reload the tubes. I'd start reloading them right here, but I worried the motorboat will hear us. And then just start dropping depth charges. Go this way.
Yes, sir.
So it's going to be daybreak. I need to surface tomorrow night. Let's go this way. So the anti-torpedo submarine netting that they did have was here, wasn't it? Roughly here. Okay, be very careful now. Whoa, it's getting quite bright. Okay. Okay, let's stop. Actually, stop. I don't see any warships in the area that could find us. Okay, take us out of silent running.
Yes, sir.
Okay, get men in the bow torpedo room. Get them working on... And in the stern torpedo room, get all the men working on the relevant torpedo loading procedures. Very good. Things are going quite well. Still no sunk targets though. Right, so it's about 7 in the morning. We made our attack at 5 in the morning. Okay. Just gone 7. How long will it take to reload those tubes? Need to watch our oxygen supply. It will take... Shit, I didn't actually move the officer into the right place. Navigations officer, you take the weapons officer seat for a second. Oh, good. So they've already reloaded 3 torpedoes and they're working on the next one. Aft torpedoes are already ready. Okay. So the sailors of New York are waking up to find that a torpedo attack has occurred. I have no doubt that the... There we go. The newspapers are... Yeah, it's probably on the front page. New York attacked by U-boat. Ships sunk at anchor. Well, ships damaged at anchor. Sailors trying to save them. It's now 8 in the morning. Okay. So we've got our torpedoes ready again. So I'm going to stretch. Sorry, big stretch. Right. All the torpedoes are ready. Get the men in the stern torpedo. Get them back resting. Sorry, it's me stretching like a chimp. Right. Yep, move these crew to rest. So it's about 9 in the morning. So I mean, why not just resume my attack now? I mean, they seem so asleep at the wheel here. Yeah, let's get back in there. Turn the U-boat around, steady.
Yes, sir.
Head
Ahead
slow. Yeah, save. So there's no air cover. Well, there might be, so I best be careful. I shouldn't assume that there is none. Assume that there's probably air cover. Freighter... oh, hang on. We got a kill on the cargo ship? It says kill. Did we? Engine still running. Cool, they look cool. Wow. Plenty of targets. Jesus. Plenty of targets. That's the cargo ship, not the troop ship? Troop ship? No, no. Large troop ship. Tramp steamer, coastal freighter, large troop ship. Okay, watch out. There's the patrol boat doing its thing again. So stay low. Stay quiet. Yeah, if that thing finds us, we're fucked in the arse. It's just going to depth charge us. Why is it coming straight towards us? Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh.
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh,
stop.
uh-oh. Don't move. Uh-oh. We've kicked the hornet's nest, haven't we? Oh, shit. She's coming right at us. Did she hear us? We were in silent running. Is she turning? She's turning. We might be able to... yeah, I mean, we could probably fight it with the deck gun and then fucking get lit up by the coastal guns to the best of their ability. Probably attract planes. That boat doesn't have depth charges, does he not? Oh no, he doesn't appear to. He's got torpedoes though. Do these launch torpedoes? I've never seen one launch a torpedo. That'd be amazing. I'd love to see one fire a torpedo. How cool would that be? They do? Oh, that would be amazing. Imagine getting hit by a torpedo. Okay.
Yes, sir. Ahead slow.
Head slow. Creepy. Creep, creep. Where'd he go? She's gone. She's circling us. Nope, it was just her normal patrol. Okay, it's fine. It's just that's where she finishes her patrol. Let's keep moving. Piss off, you motorboat bastard. It's around 9 in the morning. Ignore the motorboat. Trouble is I can't easily raise my periscope to do any targeting. So I know that there's a ship over there. Right, hang on. What's that? Get that down. Right, so, where's my observation periscope? Oh, smaller. Up it goes. Take care, Sir Faxi. Take care. Have a good day. Right, so what's where? Hold on. So I see large boat bearing 244. Stand by. So from this position, bearing... is it 244 or 344? What was it? Sorry, what did I just say? Bearing 344, my mistake. Bearing 344. So there's something there. Presumably here and here. Okay? No? Can't delete it? Yes, we can. Okay, that's one. Something there, a bearing 357. Oh, there we go. We've got visuals. That's much easier. One there. What else? Those are the troop ships I've already attacked. Thank you, Zach Mantic. Thank you very much, Zach. And there's stuff further in. That's the one I've already torped. Okay. See, what do you reckon? Should we go for these? There's a big one at the back. Why not go for those? I've got the torpedoes. Those are too small. Those are just fishing vessels. Look, over there. Big bugger. Let's go with the big bugger. So yeah, continue ahead at the speed. Speed up the time a notch. Right. Yeah, that thing. So hang on. Rudder to the right. There's stuff over there as well. Look. Big ones. Cool. Keep moving. Head slow. Okay. Then rudder that way. And then stop. Yeah, so why haven't the two troop transports gone down? Hit them with 2 torpedoes straight in the center. You'd think they'd go down by now. It's been a few hours. Do they need more torpedoes? Surely not. Let's focus on these. So I've got 3 targets in front of me, ready to go. Yeah, one did apparently, but it's not marked on the map. Okay, we'll worry about those later. Let's fire 2 torpedoes at that bugger, and then 1 each for either one of these. Yeah? Seems simple enough. So, give me magnetic, slow-moving, tube 1, please. Okay. Wow, look at all these ships. Cool. Something big over there as well. Right. So, whatever that is over there, destroy these 2 first. I wonder if the calculations are... Can I, like, save different calculations on tube 1 and 2? Hang on. So, what is that exactly? Let's just ID them for the sake of their draft. So that's probably like an 80-meter long... What is that exactly? Large merchant... I think there might be a tramp steamer. Coastal freighter? Stack bow. 1, 2. Stack bow. Yeah, that's a coastal freighter. For one. Okay, so that's 7.3 on the draft. Okay. And what's that? Hard to tell. Very hard to tell. Probably similar, yeah? Should we fire 8-meter draft on both and see what happens? Okay. So, slow-moving magnetic. No speed. Forget the angle of the bow. Okay. That's where we'll fire this one. And then we'll do so yeah, we'll call it 8-meter on the draft, on the depth. So 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Magnetic. So if I do this now, if I press 2, does torpedo? Oh, we've got to be very precise with that. No, so they're not saved across. So fire one, then the other. Okay. 5, 6, 7. Magnetic slow. Let's do it then. So 1 minute, 12 seconds. Is a 1,800 ton ship worth it? I've got much better targets available. It's not worth it. I've got quite a few torpedoes. Then again, I've got a surface to access the externals. Maybe you're right. Fuck it. I want to blow shit up. Let's blow shit up. So fire this one. Magnetic and tube 1 open. Fire. Tube 2. 6, 7, 8. Magnetic impact. Give me bearing of that vessel there, roughly. I'm not sure the exact range. Give me a fast moving magnetic. There we go. Open tube. Fast moving magnetic. I hope that's the correct depth. And fire. Torpedoes in the water. Let's see how well I timed it, eh? And then lastly we'll go for that one over there. With the other 2 torpedoes. So, salvo, magnetic, slow moving, it's not moving, salvo, tight salvo, wrong tubes, those are the rear tubes, 2 and 4 tubes please, here we go, focus on the kills, where are they, here they are. Here we go. Direct hit, midship. 1,800 tonner. This one looks similar. This one's a bit of a... Oh, yes! Good guess. I did it. Wonderful. Yay! Thank you, Carl. Okay, so bearing 336 probably. Give me tubes. There we go. Come on. Ah, it's frustrating. I can't get just those tubes. Evidently not. Okay, go back to single. Fire tube 3. That ship over there. Range to target, approximately that. It's not moving, so the gyro angle doesn't matter. But what is it exactly? It looks like a... looks like a medium cargo. It's a very small stack. Quite long. Stand by. Large cargo. No, it looks like a large cargo. Maybe 10 meter draft, maybe. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. No, it's not a large cargo. Large merchant, Liberty cargo, medium cargo, short stack, big bridge. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Crane, yeah, medium cargo, 5,000, almost 5,000 tonner. So give me a 10 meter draft. So slow moving magnetic, 10 meter. And give me... Yeah, that should be good. Correct bearing. It's not moving. Slow moving magnetic. There we go. Open tube. There we go. Fire. Next one. 10 meter magnetic. Alter the bearing just a teensy weensy bit. Come on. There we go. Just to spread out the flooding a little bit so we can get it elsewhere. There we go, that'll do. Get it on the bow. There we go. Magnetic. Good, good, good. Open the tube. Okay. Fire. Observation periscope down. How am I getting away with this? Again, because America entered the submarine war not ready at all. I'm in the middle of New York Harbor. And the defenses are... Like, where are the planes? Where are the planes? There is a U-boat in the middle of New York Harbor. This place should be swarming with aircraft looking for the silhouette of the submarine at periscope depth. I've been here since about 5 in the morning. It's now 11 in the morning. And there's no destroyer picket inside the harbor. Just one little motorboat. Where's the first torp? Stand by. There we go. Follow the white line. Is that the first or the second? That's probably... That's the first one. As you see these huge bubble trails immediately highlight exactly where the submarine is. Especially for anyone standing on the bridge of a ship. They can just go bearing 062. submarine. Alright. Yeah, fish in a barrel. It's a total turkey shoot. What was it? I learned a while ago that apparently that term fish in the barrel doesn't actually refer to fish swimming around in a barrel. It refers to the fact that they used to pack fish in barrels for transportation. Densely packed. Lovely. So if you fired at fish in a barrel, you couldn't miss. There was no way you could miss. There we go. Oh? Oh! I cocked up. Misjudged the bow draft, maybe? What, Mexican chip? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Have I been naughty boy? Hang on. Have I been a naughty boy? Am I not supposed to do that? I don't know what's Mexico doing in the Second World War? Oops. Sorry, Mexico. Oh, really? The other two ships aren't? Maybe I should check the flags more often, eh? Right, are these two going to sink? Speed up the time a little bit. She's going down. We sunk something. Sounds like this one. Maybe that one. Okay. So what are these doing? So coastal freighter sunk, large troop transport ship, but I don't know which one. Okay. Let's move deeper this way.
Yes, sir. Ahead slow.
See what else we can find. Yeah, I really have run out of time. I've run out of time this afternoon. I need to go get on with editing. But holy shit! We're in New York, everyone. We're in New York. Alright. Maybe I should surface and try and fight the torpedo boat. What do you think? Fuck it. Let's give it a whirly. Right. Uh-oh. This is a mistake. Here we go. Right, so we want air, and we want to recharge the batteries, so come to the surface, ahead fast. This will really give them something to think about. Oh, that one's going up. Whoa! Boom. So the papers are no doubt reporting the torpedo attack. There's the motorboat. Oh, Jesus Christ, they're shooting at us. Quickly, get on the guns. And get a repair crew. Damage repair. Take us out of silent running. Oh, Christ. Well, that motorboat's not pissing around, is it? Quickly, get on the gun. Get on the gun. Shit. Someone get on the gun. Tell the gun to shoot. Tell the gun to shoot. Where's my watch officer? Watch officer. Tell the deck gun to fire at will.
Yes, sir. Fire at will.
Fire at will. Shoot it. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Bring the deck gun around.
We're taking damage.
Oh, the other ships are firing on us now.
Zero.
Okay, New York's awake.
Runner. 3, 5.
Deck gun, do your thing. What you doing? Ah, ah, ah. Oh, Jesus. Engine damaged. It's turning, just really slowly. Oh, we have is that a rear deck gun? No, it's an anti-air gun. It's a flat gun. Fuck. Ah! It's not going well. Stop looking at me!
Ship spotted.
No shit! Crew on deck, man all the guns. Right? Oh dear. We died it. At least I saved. Okay, so yes, they're awake at the very least. But they're anti-submarine, when I'm submerged at least, yeah, not very competent. Right, cool. So thank you for watching, folks. So that was a bit of Silent Hunter 3 as I went across the Atlantic to go and engage the Americans who are now in the war at the start of 1942. And as you can tell, their anti-submarine defenses on the Atlantic are pretty piss poor. So, yeah. Right. I'm going to bog off and get on with Divinity Bullshittery Part 2. I've got lots to edit. I'm polishing it and hoping to get it ready for the weekend. Fingers crossed. So I'm gonna go crack on. Right. Hang on a second. Let me have a look and see who's doing what. Yeah, I need to focus. I've got so much to edit and I'm already quite late. Right. Thank you, Lady Knight, for subbing, and Loggy Chicken, and Joko, and King Hatimus, Zach Mantic, and Mario. Sorry if I missed you. Thank you. Right, let's have a look. So, Quebec is doing a bit of XCOM Enemy Unknown. Joink is sleeping, with his stream switched on. Alistair is doing some War Mongrels. Messi is doing some Medieval Dynasty. I'll hand you over to Messi then. So I hosted up Quebec recently and Joink is sleeping. So let me hand you over to Messi Essie. So Messi Essie is ZF Digby's fiancée. You'll see her in the Divinity Bullshittery. She's in part 2. She plays as the Mess of the S, a very short-tempered dwarf with a big axe. I'll leave you in the company of Messi. So have a lovely afternoon, everyone. I hope you have a good day. If I don't catch you again tomorrow, have a good weekend, and I'll try my best to get you this bullshittery this weekend. We'll see how it goes. But thank you for joining me in the U-boat adventures. So this is Messi Essie. Take care. All the best. See you soon.